In any case, there is no Trump family crest. But there is a crest that was on the wall at Mar-a-Lago when Trump bought Mar-a-Lago, when he bought that house in Florida in the 1980s. And it is somebody else's family crest. It's the family crest of the ex-husband of the lady who built that house. His name was Davies. His family was originally from Wales, and he actually had an official family crest, and that was it. And while he lived at Mar-a-Lago, because he was married to the woman who owned Mar-a-Lago, he put up his family crest on the wall as a decoration. And then, in what was perhaps a critical error, he apparently neglected to take it down when he left, and the family ultimately sold the house. And so when Donald Trump moved in there in the 1980s, the crest was still there, and Donald Trump took it. He took that other guy's family crest and proclaimed it as the Trump family crest. It is not theirs. It has nothing to do with them at all. Now, the Davies family, whose crest it actually was, they were apparently horrified that Trump took it down and started using it as if it was as if it was his own. They were particularly horrified when it turned out that Trump did make one change to the crest. Because in addition to all the decorative and symbolic elements that, dragons and stuff, the crest did have one word on it written across the bottom in that little sort of swoopy scroll. You can see it there on the right. Trump did make a change to that. He erased that word in the little scroll and instead just put the word Trump there. The word he erased was integritas, which is how you say integrity in Latin. So to sum it up, Donald Trump stole somebody else's family crest without permission and then literally removed the integrity and put Trump in instead of integrity, which is an embarrassing thing in terms of family stuff. But you know what's more embarrassing? Since he has started this second term as president of the United States, Donald Trump has reportedly intervened personally. He has found the time to take a personal interest in the creation of a new official White House presidential challenge coin. You know what a challenge coin is? When the military was the only institution that had challenge coins, they were like a pretty sober and important thing. They were a real sign of respect. Real symbolic value, really meant something to be given one of these things. Now, all sorts of people in institutions use challenge coins, and so they've become more of an all-purpose tchotchke, like a keepsake. Trump, since he has been president, he has reportedly found the time, in the midst of everything else that needs to be done when you're president, he has found the time to personally choose the design for the official White House challenge coin. And he has apparently insisted that it had to have the Trump family crest embossed on the back of it. So now we, as a country, have an official White House coin that has embossed on it the stolen Joseph Davies family crest, except with the word integrity scratched out and the word Trump there instead. And actually, we just found a picture of it tonight after this intervention by Trump was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. For the White House version of the stolen family crest, they appear to have written in both Donald and Trump and not just Trump. So that means it's getting worse over time. There it is. Donald Trump, the big one at the top there. Yeah, that's not your family crest. We should just note, for future archaeologists who may dig up that particular coin in the ruins of what used to be the American Republic, just going to note for the record here, more than half the country did not sign up for that embarrassment. Also, sorry to the Davies family. Sorry about your crest. A good remember to take all your stuff and change the locks when you move out. You never know who's coming in behind you or what kind of morals they might have. So that's embarrassing. Do you know what the BRICS nations are? The BRICS organization of countries? It's an intergovernmental organization of countries. And there's all different kinds of these intergovernmental organizations. There's like the G7 and the G20, and there's, OPEC and the African Union and the Arab League. There's also another one of these groups, the intergovernmental group, that's called BRICS, and they meet every year. And last week, President Trump was sitting in the Oval Office. He was talking to reporters for some reason about how mad he was at Spain. He was explaining to reporters that he thought Spain was terrible. Spain should be ashamed of itself. Spain is bad. He said to reporters, quote, "They are a BRICS nation, Spain. You know what a BRICS nation is? You'll figure it out. And if the BRICS nations want to do that, that's okay. But we're going to put at least a 100% tariff on the business they do with the United States." He continued, quote, "You know what the BRICS is, right? You guys know. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying." Yeah, Spain's really going to get it because Spain is a BRICS nation. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying. BRICS is an acronym. It stands for the first letters of the first 5 countries that formed the BRICS organization. BRICS, B-R-I-C-S. Brazil, B for Brazil. R for Russia. I for India. C for China. S, S, S. What does the S stand for? Does it stand for Spain? No, it does not. The S in BRICS stands for South Africa, not Spain, because South Africa, not Spain, is the S in BRICS, and Spain is not a BRICS country. And that kind of a mistake is okay if you're a 5th grader and this is the question in which you flunk your geography quiz. But when you are the President of the United States sitting there in the Oval Office and ranting about one of our close allies saying they're really going to get it, they're going to get 100% tariff because they're a BRICS country. Go look it up. You know what I mean. And he is just factually wrong about that. And they are not a BRICS country at all. When you are not a 5th grader and you're the President of the United States and you do something like that, that is a lot of things. It's embarrassing to yourself if you're capable of that. It's also just embarrassing to us as a country that you are the president making mistakes like that. I mean, like us having an official White House challenge coin with his fake stolen family crest on it is embarrassing. Him with the whole BRICS rant about Spain, which is not a BRICS country, that is also embarrassing. Just before he issued blanket pardons to everybody who participated in the attack on the U.S. Congress and assaults on police officers on January 6th, Donald Trump, you might remember, said at a press conference that he thought Hezbollah might have been behind the attack on the Capitol. Which is what? He said out loud, Hezbollah did January 6th, and we really need to look into it. Okay. Now, today, he says that the way Hamas has been able to make bombs in Gaza is that they made their bombs from condoms they obtained from the U.S. government. They've used them as a method of making bombs. There is no factual basis for the claim that the U.S. government sent condoms to Hamas in Gaza. But even aside from that, how do you think he thinks you make a bomb? And what part of the bomb includes condom? How do you think he thinks you turn a condom into a bomb? He is the President of the United States. Imagine how the rest of the world is laughing at us about him, about this stuff he says. He said in a late-night online post a couple of nights ago that the U.S. military had, quote, entered California and turned on the water. Enjoy the water, California. And while California officials, laughed out loud and tried to keep a straight face while they solemnly announced to the public that no one had turned on the water because the water wasn't turned off. Actually, it fell to the poor folks at the Fox News Channel who had to break the news from sources in Donald Trump's own Defense Department that no, he doesn't know what he's talking about here. He is making this up. The Fox News Pentagon correspondent reporting, quote, U.S. defense officials tell me they did not send troops to, quote, turn on the water in California, despite President Trump's claims. Oh, God, it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing every day. Every day, new, embarrassing, just humiliating, own goal, stupid stuff. I mean, and it's not just stuff that he's saying or typing out on his, device, whatever he's using to post stuff on social media. It's also the stuff that his government is doing as its highest priority, right? They're insisting they're only rounding up violent criminals for deportation. Their violent criminal arrests and roundups have been so well planned that the very first one they did not only didn't target a criminal, it targeted a U.S. military veteran who they arrested without a warrant. Trump is plowing ahead with his effort to start a new war, maybe, or at least start an international crisis by insisting that he is going to seize Greenland to become part of the United States. And he keeps saying he's going to do that, but don't worry, they want it. Quote, the people of Greenland would love to become a state of the United States of America, he says. Quote, the people of Greenland would like to be a part of the United States. He even trotted out his family to make this case as well, as if it was true.
Did the people there that you spoke with and interacted with, did they seem interested in the idea of getting closer to the United States and maybe being liberated from Denmark, who's had control of Greenland for the last 200 years?
100%. I mean, honestly, I didn't see a single negative.
100%. 100. They want to join the United States. Oh, yeah. They want to be liberated. They want to join the United 100%. New polling in Greenland by a local polling firm today finds that, shockingly, it's actually not 100%. It's 6%.